Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to 2024 and welcome back to me, because I feel like I took a little bit of a break this past holiday season, but I really needed it to just reboot, get myself together, really pull together a strong plan for 2024. And I also want to share that plan with you. Let's talk about this one statistic that I think is incredibly shocking for all realtors. In 2023, 49% of all realtors in the nation, there's 1.5 million of us, 49% of agents did one deal or less. Now, I don't know about you, but that is not livable. And even if you're in California, where an average transaction is $1 million, you're still only going home with about 19 or 20,000 pre-tax money. So I don't know how people are surviving. And if you're in any other part of the country, an average transaction of a commission might be just a few $1,000s. Let's change that course for 2024. Let's focus on making big money. Let's breaching that six-figure goal. With that being said, let's talk about what you can do to get yourself and your business in order to reach those goals. The theme and goal for 2024, which I've established for my own business and I think is going to be great for you, is systems and a structured organization. And when I say that, I say it because so many agents make the mistake of treating their business like it's a hobby. They don't treat a business like it's a business, because at the end of the day, guys, we are entrepreneurs. We are businessmen and women, and we need to be structuring our day, our time, our money like we are an employee. And we need to be doing the things that even if we don't want to do them, we know it's going to lead us to success. So this is going to first start with your goals and your business plan. And every single year, you need to be sitting down and establishing how many transactions you want to do, how much money you want to make, how much money you need to make, goals, wants, and really pulling that together so you know exactly what you're striving for. And then you need to determine how you're going to do it. There are so many forms of marketing and prospecting and lead generation in real estate, and every single person structures their business differently. Everyone has become successful. If you ask any top producer, every agent's become successful in a different way. So establishing how you're going to achieve those goals and pulling that together into a structured plan. This is then going to allow you to create a system for your year so that you're consistent in doing those things over and over and over again. As an example, lead follow-up. This is where we all fall off the wagon, because statistically on average, it needs at least 7 touch points with a potential client to convert them into a sale. Most of us fall off the wagon with 1 or 2 follow-ups. We need to be making those consistent points of connection with those people. So automate it. Put people up on a drip system with an email campaign, or have your printouts for flyers and handwritten cards pre-done in the beginning of the month in a folder system, so you can just grab and do it the day that you've established that you're going to do it, to save yourself time. That's leading to my theme number 2, which is staying in momentum. You need to do the work and you need to be consistent with it. And I know that it's so simple, but the most simple things in life are what make us successful. We don't need to have an overcomplicated system and structure to become a 6-figure earner. And I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that we all make, and I'm speaking not only to you, but I'm also speaking to myself, is overcomplicating and putting too much pressure on our shoulders, too high of expectations that are almost a little unrealistic, because we think it's going to get us where we want to be. But sometimes the more simple approach is actually going to get us further. And I say this because if you're trying to bite off too much to chew, you're going to not want to do it. You're going to dread having to do that thing you set yourself out to do. And when that happens, you end up just not doing it, and then wasting your time when you could have been doing something more productive. Let me give you an example: expired listings. I recognized in the last year I had a unrealistic goal for myself. I said I'm going to target 50 expireds every single month. I'm going to drop off 50 packages. I'm going to do multiple follow-up letters for all 50 of those people. Then a few months go by and it's so overly complicated that I can't keep track of what I've done and what I haven't done, and then trying to create this system of follow-ups, but it's so overly complicated across the board with different dates and groups that I just didn't want to do it. And I ended up falling off the wagon and almost contacting very little expired listings. And so I achieved less because I was overwhelmed and I tried to do too much at one time. Simplify the process. Now I say, you know what? I'm only going to do 15 expireds a month, but I'm going to hand pick out those 15, make sure I really like them, make sure I really have a good chance with them, actually be consistent with the follow up and make it digestible for myself so I can actually do it consistently across the board every single month for 2024. That way I'm actually achieving what I set myself out to do. Don't overcomplicate it. Make it easy for yourself so you can stick with it. That leads to my third theme, and that is mentality and mental toughness. This is a tough business, and if you're in real estate, you're learning that very, very quickly. If you're new, if you've been in the business for a while, you've been on this boat for quite some time. It's a tough business. It's easy for us to get knocked down, and we have to rebuild ourselves up every single time. But that's the beauty of this journey too. At the same time, we can constantly reinvent ourselves, strive for bigger and bigger goals. And so we need to believe in ourselves, stick with it. It's the people that feel like they're failing and they're on the verge of quitting but don't, and stick with it, who end up seeing the biggest success in the end. So if you feel like you're falling off the wagon, you're struggling, you're questioning if this was the right decision, the right career to pursue, because we have all been there. We've all had those same thoughts. If you stick with it and you believe in yourself and you know that you can do this and you're willing to make the sacrifices to make it, you will make it. Believe, execute, don't overcomplicate, and truly know what you're striving for in 2024. And I promise you, if you do all of these things, you will be ahead of the crowd significantly, and you will most definitely do more than 0 or 1 transactions. Let's beat the 50% of realtors of this statistic. Let's beat the statistic in general and strive for a big, successful future, because I believe in you guys. And if you believe in yourself, as I believe in myself, we will always make it to that finish line. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a little all over the place, but it's mostly just really focusing on the fact that you can achieve what you want to achieve. I have one-on-one coaching in the description box if you would like to sign up for it. And if you want to connect with me on social media and Instagram, that link will also be down there below. Anything you guys need, comment them down below. I will be happy to answer questions. And also, if you guys are in Los Angeles and you have a real estate license, but you're not using it, and you know someone who's looking to buy or sell, if you send them my way, I'm happy to pay you a 25% referral fee. And you literally don't have to do anything but making that initial contact. So something to throw out there if you would like to make some passive income. Happy to do that for you guys. Have an amazing day and have an amazing year.